Hello and welcome to Tier Fun. I'm Andrew, your guide through Modern, and today I have found us a spicy one. We have gone to the deepest corners of the internet, Reddit, and found a blue-green Undying list. Maybe there's a better name for it, but essentially what we are trying to do here is we got a whole lot of 1-drops, 8 of which have either Undying or Evolve. And then we have 2-drops also, which have Undying or a combo with +1/+1 counters. Essentially, we want to be resilient to removal and aggressive. We also, since our creatures have Undying or Evolve, we're running maximum 8 Rapid Hybridization or Pongify effects. They're there to level up our Young Wolves or our Strangleroot Geist for value. We get a 3/3 out of the trade. Or also, it's just a counter for any sort of removal. The creatures, this is an Undying deck, but the creatures, we only have 8 Undying creatures, but everyone that doesn't have Undying combos with creatures entering the battlefield, or combos with +1/+1 counters, or creatures leaving the battlefield. So it's like a synergistic, aggressive Stompy deck. It's a Stompy. That's the word I was looking for. It's definitely a blue-green Stompy with a twist. And the little bit that I've played with this deck, it has a little bit of play. More play with it than you think, probably just looking at it. Choosing when and where to Pongify or to use your Pongify effects is very important. And the only card I'm kind of iffy on in the main deck is Chord, of course, but because we have 4, 8, 12 creatures that are resilient to removal, but I suppose that it kind of puts us on top of it puts us even further over the edge in terms of card advantage. Sideboard, the only card I was iffy on this list in the sideboard was Magma Spray, because I feel like we're worse on go-wide strategies than we are on creatures we need to deal with exile-wise. So I'm thinking maybe this should be like something like Pyroclasm even. All of our creatures should survive a Pyroclasm, but I don't know. This is a list that I haven't tested all that much, and it's very new to me. So in general, my rule of thumb is to not change a list until you've played a lot with it. So, let's get in there to the old play lobby. The list wasn't just pulled out of thin air. It was a 5-0 list in a competitive league. I think it's been beating up, or I assume if you gun to my head, it was beating up on Tron, and the decks that Tron beats up on against. This looks to me like a list that was someone made or wanted to play because Tron was a big part of the metagame. We have our Ceremonious Rejections for Eldrazi Tron, and we also have stuff like Life Goes On, and I'm pretty sure this deck, being aware that Tron is a force in the meta right now, is also aware that the decks that feed on Tron are going to have an uptick at decks like Burn. So to me, that is where this deck boom. Hello, welcome to Tier Fun. Had a recording issue with the first match. This is against Bogles. The recording issue being that I wasn't recording. I somehow clicked off of it. In fact, let me check. Yeah, we are good. Okay. So let's just get our green-red source and get an Arnhem Renegade out there. We ended up losing to Daybreak Coronet. Surprise, surprise. This is not a great matchup for this deck, but an Arnhem Renegade helps. This is Arbor is a bad draw, but depending on if they have turn 1 Boggle, that's unfortunate for us. Okay. So now, well, no. I was gonna say we should hold open Unified Will, but we really can't. We're really just worried about life gain. We're gonna jam this Ravitar. Hopefully get in for 6 next turn and hold up Unified Will and Rapid Hybridization. If they just play something like Core Spirit Dancer, we get to bolt it, which is awesome. We also get to just straight up attack through. Yeah, so let's attack through. Bolt the Spirit Dancer. Spell Pierce is a phenomenal draw. We'll play the Dryad Arbor too. So we're here to Spell Pierce and I guess we're Spell Piercing literally anything. Because next turn we can Unified Will literally anything. First strike, yeah, we're getting, not Rapid Hybridization. First strike and Lifelink are the only 2 ones we care about. So anything that says First Strike or Lifelink, we care about it. The reason being, First Strike lets them, if they get a big Boggle, lets them attack through Renarnum Renegade, which is a hard counter to their ground pounds. Oh, okay, this is great. So we get to swing in with everything and then counter. Let's see. Bolt would be great. So I think we let them have this mana. It's better than giving them a 3-power blocker. And we could upgrade our Dryad Arbor or counter something if necessary. First strike at this point doesn't matter. Because we can just swing through it. It's the next thing I'm worried about. Reach. I think that's fine too. As long as they can't go wider than this, we can win. They can block all of this, but this is going to be 3 power. They need to have path. So we're going to go for it here. Oh, okay. Well, now we're just good. They could be masterful. Alright, I was just saying, they might be tapping on tapping, because then I would probably wait, because getting blown out there blows. Another Boggle doesn't actually keep them from dying, so we let it resolve. And then we just Rapid Hybridization this bad boy. And swing in for the win. So they block here and kill my Avatar, which means I can just Pongify it. I guess it's not the win because of First Strike. So this Breeding Pool is actually a pretty good situation, but they do have to lose their second Boggle, not that that really matters. Yep. Got me. Okay, so they have 2 lethal attackers. We have 3 lethal attackers, and they have 2 blockers. Anything that doesn't say... Oh, Daybreak Core now. We're getting this one. Okay. So, sideboard Unified Will coming the clutch. It's funny because, I mean, they had to block, but if they had that Boggle, they would have been fine there. Looks like we got this one. That's pretty good. All right. Well, I don't think this is a great matchup, but that's what needs to happen. We need to have a Spell Pierce. And I think we can just go from there. Opponent trying to figure out if there's a block for them. I don't think there is, and I don't think there's a free spell that gets them out of it, yeah. And even if there was, we could Unified Will. Do we want... Life Goes On could buy us a turn, and maybe that's all we need. But the thing is, if we're in a situation where we need to gain life, we're just going to end up losing. Do we need... Actually, is Vapor Snag even any good? I left those in, not even thinking about it. Not really, right? I guess it's not the worst, because it makes it so we can use it on our own creatures so they can't gain life. It's either that or Chart a Course, but I think we want... I think Vapor Snag is better. Because there's nothing we can really draw into, and they're not removing our stuff. Not the best hand, but I think it's serviceable. We go Experiment 1 into Strangleroot. And then Undying, Pongifier, Strangleroot. Hopefully they don't have a Boggle. They always do, though. Always got that Boggle. That's the worst draw. Well, let's get in there. XP1. This deck really doesn't want to see 3 lands, let alone 4. And we're running Dryad Arbor so that essentially a land drop becomes a 1/1 if we get it, draw it later in the game. Or also, you know, for Liliana. Okay, well, that's okay. Do they not? Are they Boggle rich? Do we block here? I don't think so. Let's say we block. This is tough. I think we can wait. Getting rid of Bogles is big. Oh, that was a decent draw. But was it really that decent? Alright, so we'll Strangleroot. Swing in. And next turn we'll play Cloudfin and Pongify. If they have Daybreak, we're essentially dead, though. It's not white. Ooh, Oblivion Ring. Okay. That sucks, but it's not the worst. Huh. I think I would have taken the Strangleroot. See if they attack in. Okay. Alright, so here, 1, 2, there's a chance I want to have a Lightning Bolt. Is there? I think we play our Cloudfin Raptor. I think there isn't a chance we want to have Lightning Bolt. And yeah, that's kind of the cool thing about this deck is what happened right there. Now all of a sudden we have a 3/4 flyer, a 3/3 ape. Like they can't attack in unless they've got, which I'm sure they do. I mean, their best play last turn was Oblivion Ring, so that kind of helps. Please don't tap white again. No. Daybreak. Okay, okay. Ghostly Prison. All right, we can beat that. All of this land is coming in handy. Not all that land. So we can attack in for 6. And then just bolt them next turn. Sure. Undo. We do have to fetch. No. Seriously? Because... Oh my god. So we had to fetch before declaring attackers, not after. I guess that makes sense. Alright, so in that case, we're just attacking him for 3. Oh, that's brutal. So, hopefully this doesn't come back and haunt us. Let's see, though. As long as it's not lifelink, we're fine. Boggle. Okay. Please no Coronet. Okay. Alright. I think we're good here. Whew. Okay, that would have been so bad. For some reason, I thought I would regain priority. But no, we wouldn't have. And it's one of those things, like, in paper, you could play it, I think even at competitive REL. No, maybe not even at competitive. But yeah. Play if that I'm wanting that to be my biggest mistake we've made so far. Or we've made, well, no reason to attack there. Well, the biggest mistake we make this entire video series is what I'm shooting for. We've been a little loose these past couple of recordings, and yeah. Sorry we missed that first match, but there wasn't much going on. They just boggled us. They boggled us dead. They boggled us hyper dead. But yeah, like, as you saw in that game, the deck is not uninspiring, but it is kind of uninspiring, like unexciting perhaps at first blush. But pongifying your own creatures for value is actually not the worst strategy. Maybe it's not the best strategy, but it gets there sometimes. So I kind of want more spell pierces. I don't know where we would put them. I suppose we could do that over Charter Course, but I think I like this as just kind of a way to claw back in the game. I think Bogles is a pretty bad matchup though, so I think we did good to win that one. All right, match number 2. God, I've been ever since that first game not recording. Okay. I don't know what I misclicked. I'm lucky that I checked it. Who would have missed that entire one? We're opponent deciding if they want to play first. Whew. Oh, interesting hand. Not great, but not the worst either. I think we keep it. We have a lot of weird cards that I'm not quite sure how to play or sequence optimally. Like, I think we probably want to lead on Experiment 1. Land? Okay, land's good. So yeah, we're definitely leading on Experiment 1 then. We could also lead on Young Wolf. And then Pongify it next turn. I think we just want to get our creatures out. So let's lead on Experiment 1. This is a high priority Pongify target though. See what opponent's on. Old Windswept Heath doesn't tell me much. Temple Garden. Also, is this like the green-white value deck? I don't know how good we are against that. Voice. Okay. That was a good draw. I suppose we can Vapor Snag this. Play Narnum Renegade. Definitely playing Narnum Renegade. I kind of like Vapor Snagging. Sets them back. Lets us get in for 2. I don't know what we're going to Vapor Snag the rest of the game. Okay, so it's Naya. Ooh, I really like this. So, maybe I don't really like it. We get to... Yeah. How tricky do we want to be here? Huh. Yeah, we're going to do it like this. They're going to block the Experiment one. And we're going to Pongify this Young Wolf to blow this up. Oh, they're not going to block the Experiment one. Interesting. I could have swore they would. Well, we can also turn this into a vanilla 3/3. Because next turn it's going to be a 4/3. This is rough. So we get in for 4/5 this turn. We know they have a voice. Yeah. Oh man. I think we do just want to Pongify. Do we want to Pongify it? Nah. They're not going to be able to crack the clue next turn. And I think just growing our field is going to be better. That's the thing is, like, I think if you have played this deck a whole lot, that's probably a really easy decision, but it's one I don't want to mess up. So they're at 6. We know they have a voice in hand, and I'm assuming they have a land, so they can crack this clue. So they have 2 blockers, essentially. And we have 2 3/3s. So they're either going to play another blocker or a removal spell. Bolt is great here. Yeah, okay. So we can just... They didn't have anything, and they'd have to tap out. But I think what I was going to do... Well, it really just depends on what they were going to do. So I think this is a Magma Spray deck. I'm not sure what's going on over there. If it was just green-white, I'd assume it's the value deck. I think we want to be aggressive, so I don't necessarily think this is a Unified Will matchup. So maybe just Magma Spray for Vapor Snag, and then go back at it. Yeah, I think that's good. You do have to be careful with Pongifies into open mana. Getting blown out feels bad. The biggest feels bad man of all time. They're stuff we want to use when they're tapped out or in response to a removal spell. Sometimes you just got to do it. But do we maybe want to Braid over the other Vapor Snag? Oh, well, too late. Vapor Snag is great against the voice token, and a Braid is great against the rest of their deck. And this is a banging hand that we have to mulligan. Hopefully they do too. Nope. Good hand? Gross hand. Real gross, right? So our play is Cloudfin Raptor into Dryad Arbor, Pongify it. I guess that's all right. Experiment 1 makes this a whole lot better. Okay. This is a horrendous hand. In fact, I probably should have just mulliganed it. Let's see. So we're going to lead on Cloudfin Raptor. into Experiment 1 plus maybe Dryad Arbor Pongify. We'll see. Okay. That's not the worst. I'm kind of glad they sideboarded that in against us. So maybe this is like a Chord of Calling deck. It's definitely, it's got to be a company deck. I don't know if that's the best card. It does make combat safer for them, but we don't even have any undying threats right now. Opponent, just pausing here. Okay, there we go. Ooh, double Experiment 1. I think because it's double Experiment 1. Oh, we can't play double. Okay, so let's just play Experiment 1. Crack in for 1. You can also Pongify an Experiment 1 with 2 +1/+1 counters, regenerating it and then getting a 3/3. I don't think we want to Pongify this Eidolon. Fiery Justice. Okay. Let's see. 2 damage there, 1 damage there. Target, and we gain 5 life. Why didn't they? Okay. Well, we get to blow this out. Stomping Ground. Yes. No, we don't get to blow it out. Okay, that's really bad. So I wanted to get Breeding Pool. I don't know why I just clicked on Stomping Ground. So that's punt number 2. I don't know why. So we could have upgraded our Experiment 1. Yeah, that's gonna get us. It's gonna get us. That sucks. We would have Pongified the Experiment 1. Interesting. I'd wager they have a path here, which means I'm gonna just play this Experiment 1. So yeah, we're gonna go to game 3. We're not guaranteed to win, but we would have had a Cloudfin Raptor at 2/3 and a 3/3 Pongify. We do still have the Pongify for future turns. So maybe that'll end up being okay. But yeah. Okay, well if that's their turn. And they didn't want to deal with our Experiment 1. To me it says they don't have a removal spell. They get to attack in for 3. We get to attack in for 2 next turn. Maybe they do have a removal spell and they just didn't want to waste it on Experiment 1. I think we'll just play the Experiment 1. This Eidolon is actually getting us. God, I can't believe I did not fetch appropriately. That's so bogus. Alright. We're still in the game, though. No use crying over spilled milk. Or knocking over empty cups. Green. So they get to attack. We're not going to Pongify anything. So they have a creature to play here. Maybe a spell? They're playing a little slowly. But I guess we kind of are too, right? Eternal Witness getting back Fiery Justice. Okay. So we're going to try to... I think we're going to be alright. So we're gonna this Pongify. We can't play them both though, but I will tap in a manner that allows us to potentially. This Eternal Witness is actually kind of a boner as a blocker. But I think we just attack it anyways. We're sacrificing one experiment one. Yeah. They might block the Strangleroot. Okay, they don't block. That's great for us. So they can only cast one Fiery Justice next turn, and we can Pongify, and we have the mana to Pongify, and we're not gonna... there's no way for us to misfetch or anything here. Okay, so this is now officially Blowout Town USA. Everything's okay. Look at this. Look at how bonkers this is. It would have been way bonkers earlier, but we just saved it. We saved it for later because it was going to be an even better blowout. The only downside here is that they did it pre-combat, so we couldn't have absolutely demolished them. So we can attack through their entire board now, except for Eidolon. Lightning Bolt? Misty. I don't think we need to play it right now. Sure. Take 9. Do they have a removal spell? Okay, path. So we can Pongify here. Does that do anything? Keeps a 3/3. I don't need another land. So they're at 4. I think we'll keep this. What does having a Dryad Arbor do? 1, 2, 3. They have 4 blockers. It gets in for 1, essentially. I guess we can play that. That could end up being important. It puts them dead to Bolt, so if we draw Bolt, if they don't have a removal spell. Tap for 4, untapped. Okay. Solid Pride Mage. They get to... It's a big Exalted attack if they want it, but I don't think they do. Yeah, let's just get the Dryad Arbor. Bolt? Ooh, Rapid Hybridization. Okay, that's actually pretty good. So we can attack in. They're going to block this Dryad Arbor with Kasali Pride Mage. And then we can hybridize. Or not. So they're bolting something. Otherwise they're dead. Pathing it. I think we're okay with that. So let's just get... Do we want a monkey for monkey? Probably not. Get that second forest. They're dead to Bolt still. And we killed 3 of their creatures. They need to do something next turn. I think they probably wanted to block Pride Mage to Dryad Arbor, not necessarily chump this ape. I've been trying to think if Eidolon has helped us or hurt us. I think it's actually helped us a little bit. Eidolon's a whole lot better against like Snapcaster decks. Man, I'd really love to draw Charticourse here. And Storm, obviously. So I don't think there's a single card that gets our opponent out of this, besides Anger of the Gods. And we can't even Rapid Hybridization that. And we are live to Lightning Bolt. Yeah, I like our spot. Oh man. Whew, that misfetch though. Let's see what they got. Trying to cast something. Interesting. I wonder what this is. So it's an Eldritch Evolution deck. I haven't seen this. Remand would be great there. So they end up getting... So they can get up to a 5-drop. As long as it doesn't say... Oh, Resto. Bouncing that. That's fine. So we can Pongify this. But I think that's alright. Lightning Bolt. Boom. So if they have Bolt, let's let them do whatever they're going to do. But we have the win here. Boom. Greatest card in Magic.com. Weird dancing time. It's time for weird dancing, everyone. Show me your best moves. For the record, those aren't my best moves. I just don't know if you guys deserve my best moves. We're going to save my best moves for when we stream come early 2018, sometime in January. We're going to just be nonstop dancing until we get 100 people watching. And at that point, then we're going to bust out the best moves. So opponent's in crap position anyway they slice it. They don't have access to what blue. We're technically, I guess, we're technically, yeah. I mean, they're dead here. I just want to see if they have anything. I don't think there's a counterspell in red white. Mana Tithe. So they do have a spell. Okay. Thank God for this Lightning Bolt. Or maybe they don't have anything. I'd like to just win on a miss block. Alright. Wait until they can't cast anything else, even though there's nothing else they can cast to get out of it. Oh, they didn't have any Eidolon Rhetoric. For some reason, I was still playing like them casting a spell would make sure that they couldn't cast another spell. Alright. I tried to lose that game. I really did. But the deck would not let me. Yep. That's how the person we just played. Oh, no! Leave event. That was close. Dang. Someone really wanted that one. Let's hold it. At this point, this is my 3rd match. We are going to wait just a little bit because I don't want to play that same deck. So the deck has been pretty good so far. Young Wolf to me feels like the kind of the redheaded stepchild of the deck. You need it for the synergy with Pongify and stuff, and it ends up being one of your more explosive cards with Pongify. But everything else seems more powerful. In fact, maybe something just like Chord Ape. Something lame like Chord Ape would be better. Alright, we're just gonna... I don't know, though. What do you guys think? I think Young Wolf probably has enough of an upside to stay in it. But Narnum Renegade, Death Touch is good. Especially on a 1-drop. A 1-drop that's a 2/3. I think Narnum Renegade is another card that is very underplayed. Wait, did I say that already? I think I might have. The real thing holding it back is that there's not many, viable green aggro decks right now. Everyone's kind of playing. If you're playing the tiered aggro decks are all either Death Shadow, which isn't really aggro, or Affinity or Burn, and this really needs to be in something like a Teamer Delver deck or something. I think I played a list with Narnum Renegades, a Delver. Maybe it wasn't Delver, but a Teamer aggro list with Renegades, and it was pretty good. Yeah, let's ride with this hand. Get a Stomping Ground. Play Young Wolf? Ooh, alright. Yeah, we're definitely playing Young Wolf then. So this is Ponza. Let's see if we're aggressive enough. Hybridizations is good too. Because we drew Hybridization, I'm tempted to play this Experiment one and then Pongify, but we're on Team Young Wolf plan right now. Young Wolf! Get out there, bro! So, Anger of the Gods is the literal only card I don't want to see. Stone Rain's a close second. I forgot about Stone Rain. Oh, thank God. So, we do still have a Stomping Ground. We're going to have to go get that still. And, Young Wolf! This is better against their Lightning Bolts. It's worse against, obviously, Anger of the Gods, but there's nothing we can do. This is actually a horrendous matchup against us. This is one of the anti-Tron decks that... Monvuli Acid Moss. Well, that gets us. This is one of the... We need to draw into the land. This is one of the anti-Tron decks that is really good against us. And I think we're just going to get absolutely raffle stomped, and there's not much we can do. Game 1, at least. Yep. That massive punishment. That's so bad. Yeah, if we could have untapped with this, freaking, if those lands weren't so expensive, we would be all right because we'd have a 2/2, a 1/2, and a 3-drop. They don't have anything though. Land, please land. Yes. All right. So interesting. Okay. So we could play Cloudfin Raptor here, but I think I'd rather just hybridization. We could also play Experiment one. Yeah, let's add to the board. If they have another land removal, then so be it. I don't think they play the birds. Because they played the birds, this is either a master play and their last card is Anger to get me to commit. But I mean, look at how many freaking lands we've gone through. I mean, that's phenomenal for them if they did that. Because they definitely got me. If this is an Anger, we're dead. Blood Moon. Okay, that's bad too. Not the worst though. We got Lightning Bolt. So we don't have a basic island, so actually this does cut off all these cards. We're just gonna bolt the Arbor. Elf. No, we're not. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. I doubt they block. And then, well, nah, we're not gonna. We're gonna hold up mana. It's the same amount of damage either way, but we are gonna bolt our own Young Wolf. Wow, getting it for 1. They must have Inferno Titan, right? 1, 2, 3. No, they don't. So we got 1, 2, 3. Our board is all of a sudden way more menacing. Oh wait, I thought that was a rapid hybridization. Okay, well we have 1, 2, 2. Our board is not all of a sudden more menacing. I don't know why. I wish that was a rapid hybridization. We'd have a 1-drop, a 2-drop. We'd have 1 power, 2 power, 3 power, and 3 power. Bonfire's pretty good. So Blood Moon got us here. I think we win without this Blood Moon. But this is a bad matchup. Maybe it was too greedy to play out all my 1-drops and not try to burn this rapid hybridization. So they're just 7ing us. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Undying comes in through. So we are dead to lightning bolt, but there's nothing we can do about that. So I think we just attack in. Try to put them dead to lightning bolt. They have like a deck full of real big drops that just murder us. So holding an Arbor Elf back doesn't do much. 5, 6, Titan, 7. We'll concede 2 good card. 8. Another Bonfire. Whoa, that's good. Can't beat that. Okay, so they didn't actually need to show us that this turn at least. And because they did, we're definitely we know we're bringing in those Unified Wills. And a Braid, it actually looks pretty good too. And probably Magma Spray, because getting their elves is big. I don't think we want anything else. Vapor Snag is medium. Spell Pierce was actually staying in because they have they're trying to whatchamacallit us. Madcap Experiment into Platinum Imperion. So I don't think we need these. 1-drops are good. Maybe we do want to get rid of Spell Pierce. Chart of Course. They're not. They are going to be able to deal with us. So maybe we do want Chart of Course. I don't know how good Unified Will is actually. I think the late game favors them massively. So we're not even gonna try for it. We're gonna try to draw a good 7 here, and we're gonna try to stomp some space, Stompy style. Anger of the Gods wrecks us, so that's another reason to keep Spell Pierce around. And Blood Moon is surprisingly good too. Maybe we should be running a forest and an island for that situation. I don't think so though. I'm only running 2 forests because of Ghost Quarter. Maybe we do want an island. The thing is, like, we have 4 Misty Rainforests and a Scalding Tarn, I suppose. But this Scalding Tarn should be a Wooded Foothills. We have 5 ways to fetch for it. So we have 6 ways to draw it before a Blood Moon, and then after a Blood Moon, it's like a whatever it's 1 card in our deck. Yeah, we can keep this hand. Turn 2 Blood Moon sucks, but it's always gonna suck. This Misty is gonna get I don't know what it's gonna get actually. Let's get a Breeding Pool and lead with Cloudfin Raptor. think our turn 3 play is going to be Strangleroot. Oh boy. That's good for us. Double Pongify. Okay, so we're going to save this fetch. Play Experiment 1, attack in for 1. Hopefully, the 3 lands is great, because if they try to remove one of our lands, it's fine. Turn 3 Blood Moon kind of gets us, but I think it was going to get us anyways. Like, we could fetch 1 green, but we have a double green in hand. Okay, so they don't have green. I assume this is a Utopia Sprawl. And now they have access to 4 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Madcap. Okay, that's not so bad. Let's play this forest. Strangleroot. I suppose it's attacking with both. Well, we could attack it with everything and see if they block. Because we are going to Pongify it. So I think this gets in the most damage. They could also not block because of Hubris. Let's see how hubrisy they are. Yeah, okay. Pongify. Get in for 4. So they have access to like infinite mana, but we have our clock down. Hopefully that's why they kept their hand. And the rest of their hand blows. We'll find out though. And if they have another one, we can give them another ape. Ooh, just sudden shock. Okay, that's good. So 1, 2, 3 mana left. So they sudden shocked, which means they don't have a sweeper in hand. That's awesome news for us. It also means they don't have a 5-drop. Okay, they might be in trouble here. Yeah, looks like they are. So this is going to get Dryad Arbor, I guess, eventually. Attacking for 3. All right. Love it. They might have another removal spell in hand, and they're trying to hide it with this. Oh, okay. Stone Rain? I don't know what's happening for them. One, 2, 3, 4 mana. Can't be Chandra. Ooh, another Arbor Elf. Okay. Lightning Bolt. Good draw. I think we'd leave this. Well, we have to fetch, don't we? Yeah. Alright, so Bolt the Elf. I don't think they're blocking, so let's just attack first. So we can get in for 3. We'll get in for 4 here. I think we do just want to block Bolt the Elf. I don't know. This is rough. I think we're going to give them the mana. Because if they don't have anything, we're great. We have Lightning Bolt. We have Pongify. Okay, well they have infinite mana. And I think if they had had something big last turn, I think they would have went for it. Because they had a land in hand. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Last turn. And because they have 2 Arbor Elves, like, it doesn't, like, they already had enough mana to cast all their scary things. So I don't think bolting one half of the Arbor Elf team does anything. Okay. I think bolting face, however, might. Thragtusk, sure. So that's pretty good for them. Man, this matchup is real bad. So I guess they're attacking in with both of their guys. All right, so say we get Dryad Arbor, attack in for 3. No, we're just getting the stomping ground. Okay. So Strangleroot. Is there a lethal attack here? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can get in for 9. So there is not a lethal attack. But if we can get them to 9, there might be next turn. I guess we're just going to attack with our Cloudfin Raptor and use our Strangleroots to block. So if they gain much more life, it's going to be out. We're not going to win. Let's see. Let's see what they attack with. They just attack for 8, I think. Well, I think we block anyways. I was going to say we take it, but we should upgrade these Strangleroots. It does make us weak to a sweeper, but Anger of the Gods wipes their board too right now. And we get to upgrade this Cloudfin Raptor, which is nice. It does make it so Pongify doesn't do much. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oof, we got that Dryad Arbor. So I think... Alright, say we attack in for 9 here. That means we can Pongify one of our own guys to block. Or Pongify here and just take 3, 4, 5, 6. We're still dead to bolt. So in that case, why not attack in for 6? And then we're still good. We could also attack in for 9. So we attack in for 9. I don't think they block. They might double block. Yeah, let's just be... Yeah, let's just attack. If this can guaranteed get in, I think they double block. There's no reason not to. just lose. If we lose a Strangleroot, well, let's say we attack with all three. If they attack, then I think we're good with everything. If they attack with everything. It's just these two. We're bolting that. No blocks. We could also just go to 1. Say we go to 1. We can attack in for no. Let's block that. So they don't have anything. Famous last words? No, they don't have anything. Spell Pierce is about as dead as a card can be. So let's attack in with everything. I assume we lose one of these. 6. Get in for 6. Get in for 3. Okay. So they just have 5 there. So, yeah, I love this. So we're going to Pongify the Thragtusk. And they drew something. Hopefully it's a spell. No! Yeah, we're just dead. GG. Well, let's see if they attack. Yeah, we had to work so hard to get to this spot. So that's the ED dead. Alright, that is a extraordinarily bad matchup, and we got there. But really, we got there because they didn't draw their haymakers. But they eventually did, and they won. But yeah, so this is like blue-green Undying Stompy. I think it did 5-0 competitive league, but I do think this is very much a metagame deck. You're trying to prey on Tron particularly. We didn't see Tron today, which is unfortunate. Tron ad nauseum, those kind of decks. Unfortunately, or like Burn. Also, Burn's not bad. Burn's actually, I think it's a pretty good matchup. I think Death Shadow is actually kind of a good matchup. Like this deck has some play to it, and I think I'm gonna play it some more off stream. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like it played better than I thought. Like rapid hybridizing anything, essentially any of your undying creatures is straight gasoline. Like that's the surprisingly powerful play, and it also has utility against just other big creatures. Like sometimes it's okay to give them a 3/3 as long as they're they don't have an 8/8 that says your life total can't change. So yeah, this is blue-green Undying Stompy. If you wanted to be extremely spicy, you could also throw in the Madcap Experiment combo yourself. I don't think we have enough lands, and I think it would kind of junk up the sideboard a bit. But it's something you could do if you're insane like me, and maybe it's something I'll do if it's something crazy you guys want to see. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you're having a lovely day. And we will be back again tomorrow with another fresh Modern video. So, yeah, that's Andrew signing off for Tier Fun. As always, thanks for coming. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.